world is weak. The doctors want to make you weak. Everything is trying to hold us down. You're not weak. Your body's not weak. This is Chris again from Elevate Fitness and Titan Health Codex. Today we're here with my beautiful wife Janae, and we're going to go over something that we have both talked about many times before, and that's like postpartum depression and things I believe and we believe you can do during pregnancy and after pregnancy to be in more shape and healthy. First, I'm just gonna go into like the male side, some of what I see, what I think, and honestly, it's just an opinion. I know there are specific reasons that maybe you can't work out, or that you're bedridden or on the couch constantly or something. But from my side, my point of view, I've seen a lot of ladies use it as an excuse. That's just me. You can say what you want. I've seen it outside of work, inside of work. Once the pregnancy hits, I'm gonna eat everything there is to eat. I'm not gonna do any more working out. I'm just lazy. The reason I brought her on is because that's the complete opposite of what she did. I've seen her work out every day before birth and very quickly after birth, like 3 weeks maybe. I just see the excuses of I'm pregnant to have these cravings. I mean, before I get into these questions, just real quick, like, did you even have any cravings?
No, absolutely none. I had zero cravings. I ate everything completely the same, basically.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people all the time. I'm like, and I hate to just keep saying her, she's just my prime example. And I know people are different, but no cravings. I mean, is it just a excuse to eat the freaking fried pickles with mayonnaise? It just sounds like an excuse to me, but that's my opinion. It's kind of the male side of it. I really brought her on to go in depth on her side. And I really want to start out first with some research, and I've got it here in front of me that I don't make anything up, is the Institute of Medical Health, or some people say Medical Institute of Health, whatever, is some of the stuff I've read is 31% lower risk of cesarean delivery rates if you're physically active while you're pregnant. Once again, not everybody. She had a C-section, right? During pregnancy, exercising during pregnancy can associate with shorter postpartum recovery times. Your body doesn't have to get back to where it was. It's maintained throughout the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Obviously, depression. Without working out, you're 16 times more likely to have prenatal depression. Sunlight, working your body, getting the hormones flowing is going to help you stay not depressed.
That's not even postpartum. That is every day.
Yeah.
Really?
That's just in lifting weights and being healthy, if you're going to ask us. I mean, this says reduce postpartum depression by 45%. Reduce urinary incontinence by 37%. Lower type 2 diabetes risk by 28%. You know, you start eating all those Snickers and ice cream and chocolate bars and everything, your chances are probably going way up. Like I said, this is not for everyone. There are 100%, I believe, reasons, and the doctor may say you cannot work out. So just going into some of the questions that were already on here and that I've edited to ask is, just before becoming pregnant, fitness was already a part of your lifestyle. Did your mindset about exercise change when you found out you were expecting? Did you think, oh, I've got to stop working out. I'm not going to do anything else. This is horrible. What was your thoughts?
It was actually completely opposite. I think I went into a mode where I was like, okay, there's a human growing inside of me. I have got to make myself work out, eat healthy. I mean, I was already doing it to begin with, so it wasn't a major change. It was pretty easy just to continue the same lifestyle. For me, this is all my personal opinion. For me, it was very easy just to roll over into my pregnancy, my already known lifestyle.
And just being there with you, I think you were already thinking immediately into beyond being pregnant. You were like, I got to get back to the shape I'm in now. I can't gain, 40, 45 pounds being pregnant.
No.
And just because I remember, one of the myths about being pregnant is that you're eating for two.
That's completely not true. You want to make sure you're giving nutrition to your body because you want that to go to the baby, but you don't want to double what you're supposed to be eating. That's a complete myth.
Yeah, I think I read that really you just need to increase your calories by 100 or 200.
Yeah.
Nothing insane at all. So, this kind of goes the same question. We're just going to make it short. What was your decision to stay? What influenced your decision to stay active throughout your whole pregnancy?
Pretty much what we just talked about. Knowing that I was going to be growing a child, I wanted to make sure that I was giving my child the best health. I wanted to ensure that I was also healthy, wasn't going to get gestational diabetes. I wanted to just make sure her and me were both healthy.
And this is a pretty good one I was thinking about is what, and if any, how did your training change in the different trimesters?
First trimester was fairly easy other than me being fatigued more. But I didn't have any morning sickness. I was never sick. I was very blessed with that. So first trimester was fairly easy at maintaining, squat, deadlift, bench, the stuff that I've been doing for 9-10 years at this point. Second trimester started getting a little bit difficult just with adding weight to my belly. You have to do things differently where you can't lay down for as long for bench press. So you have to do some adjusting in that trimester. And then the third trimester was definitely an adjustment just because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to lift 300 pounds like I was used to. And also I was running a lot, and running became very difficult having that extra weight just kind of bouncing as you're running. So first trimester easy, second trimester kind of getting a little difficult, and then third trimester was difficult but maintainable. I could do it. I did it to 37 weeks.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought. You mentioned the I can't remember now, but we were talking about cravings earlier, and was it just the discipline and consistency from before that made you just stick to your diet, or do you believe you really did not crave anything? Was it just a mindset? I think 100% when you found out you were pregnant, you had a mindset that to be in the best shape possible when this was all over.
Yeah. That was definitely my end goal. I don't know if there's any truth to cravings, who craves what their lifestyle was before. I'm not 100% sure on that. But for me, I just didn't crave anything, not even anything salty, not even something, it doesn't have to just be sweet. I didn't crave anything salty. I didn't crave anything. There was no cravings. I meal prepped every single week. I ate chicken, rice, and broccoli pretty regularly. I don't know about the mental game, but I do think that your previous lifestyle definitely plays a part into when you get pregnant.
Yeah, our meals never changed. We eat the same dinner, and it's always a meat, vegetable and a carb, and it just never switched up. It still hasn't switched up to this day.
Yeah, it really has.
I was just reading something about, was it ever difficult mentally through your time being pregnant, working out? And I go back to what I was thinking. You mentioned powerlifting and not lifting 300 pounds or whatever. Did it affect you mentally like it does even me or anyone lifting when you're going through cutting and bulking phases? Did it affect you when you've seen your numbers declining?
Yes.
Yeah.
And even now, now that I've lost weight, I definitely have seen a decrease in my numbers. And I would say with pregnancy specifically, it was the first time that I had seen my body changing the way that it had changed. And then also seeing how I couldn't do the stuff I had been used to doing, numbers wise. So yes, it was definitely mentally challenging. I just had to kind of think about post-baby more so than just during baby. So I had to think about, this is just a short 9 months of my life. I can get through it and I can go back to my numbers when I'm done giving birth, basically.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, you were so focused on the end goal, per se, having a child and getting back ASAP. That's what kept you motivated through the entire time. So research shows that 1 in 5 mothers experience postpartum depression. Do you think exercise had an impact on your mental health during pregnancy and or after giving birth?
Yes, definitely. The reason why I actually started working out several years ago was because of my depression. I was diagnosed with it a very long time ago. Runs in my family, unfortunately. So yes, exercising has helped me significantly. And then through postpartum, pregnancy, all of that, exercise was my one outlet that I could release any emotions I had. It was the best way to connect with my body, connect with my baby. It was just, it's amazing how much exercise affects your mood.
Yeah. I mean, I preach that all the time in videos, is that working out isn't just physical, it's for your mental health as well. Working out translates into work, translates into regular life. Doing hard things inside the gym can help you do hard things outside the gym mentally. What was the recovery process after? I know I mentioned earlier, I think you got back in like 3 weeks. I could be wrong, it's just a guess. And I know we were immediately into National Fitness at the daycare as soon as she was allowed to go.
Yep.
But if anything, just give us a little insight on the recovery process, going back into the gym at the beginning.
I will say my situation was pretty different and not the best birth process. So I did end up having a C-section. That was my first surgery I've ever had. Terrifying experience, don't recommend. But I did have a loss of blood, and there were some complications with the C-section itself that made recovery, I think, harder, 10 times harder on me. But I always think about how if I did not work out during pregnancy, that recovery process would have been way worse. Yeah, my situation was a little different and could be totally different from somebody who has a very nice, pleasant birth, but my recovery was, it was hard. It was very hard. Even just walking was great though for me. We took, I don't know how, when my husband was on paternity leave, we took several walks a day. Good for me, good for him, good for the baby. So even just stuff like that was great for recovery. But yeah, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks that I was in our home garage gym, even just doing something as simple as band work, just doing something to move my body. And technically they don't recommend movement until about 6 weeks, but I can't do that. Like mentally, I couldn't sit still for 6 weeks. So yes, I did push it a little. but I know my body. I know what my body is used to. I know what I'm capable of. So yeah, I was back at it at about 3-4 weeks. But like I said, just bands, no weight.
Yeah. Just my opinion, I believe that working out during pregnancy probably helped you during the emergency. Your muscles staying strong, your mind staying strong, your body, like I said, your muscles, your body ready to fight and survive because you didn't just get lazy and complacent.
Yeah. And while Chris mentioned earlier that staying active during pregnancy reduces your risk of C-section, well, things happen. My situation was very unfortunate, and it was an experience that we'll never forget, but
sure.
But yeah, the working out definitely helped me through the whole C-section, definitely.
So ladies, if you're hating me out there, I'm not saying any of this is perfect. It's 100%. You're going to be mentally amazing, physically amazing, because she worked out the whole time, still had to have a C-section. I know things happen. I was going to say, fighting through the emergency, I want people to understand that your body is not weak. I told her the other day I was thinking about doing a video on this, but real quick, people have been surviving for years, malnourished, broken bones, sprained wrist. The world is weak. The doctors want to make you weak. Everything is trying to hold us down. You're not weak. Your body's not weak. Just because you have a headache don't mean you can't lift weights. Just because your wrist hurts a little bit doesn't mean you got to take a rest day. Well, let's go back to her. So, in your own, this is just you. What advice could you give the women right now that want to stay healthy during pregnancy, but they feel overwhelmed, or their doctor may be scaring them? Because we kind of thought the whole pregnancy, and then when we were trying to deliver Jade, was a big scare tactic. It's like everything that's said to us was, oh, if you don't do this, this is going to happen. Or don't go lifting weights because you might do this. It was like they were trying to scare us. Like, to be honest with you, we lost a lot of faith in the medical system during this process. I'm just going to be honest. It's a scare tactic and a money scam, if you ask me. But for the women, what advice you got for them for staying active and not being overwhelmed?
I think, one, listen to your body. You know your body more than anybody. Also, it's not that you have to lift heavy weights. I don't think that you have to go in the gym and be deadlifting 300 pounds. Like, you don't have to do that. Something as simple as taking daily walks, trying to hit a step goal, which was something for me. I made sure every single day of my pregnancy, I hit at least 10,000 steps, if not more. So that is something that I highly recommend. So something as simple as just getting outside, walking, moving your body. I know that there's other activities that you can do as well, like cycling, yoga, prenatal yoga. I have never been, I've never been one to do anything like that. So, but something as simple as that. It does not have to be complicated. Just make it simple, even just walks.
Yeah.
And eating right too.
True. I mean, I just keep going back to the mindset of that. You're not going to use it as an excuse. You're going to be right back where you was when it's over. So that's all the questions I had. I was just going to go through a couple of the myths. We went through the need to eat for two. Another one that I believe in is your heart rate can't go above 140. I mean, it's not going to, the science has shown that it doesn't affect any kind of heart rate in the baby, even if your heart rate goes up or if you're even stressed. I don't know if you have anything to say on that.
No, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't, like I said, it's all a scare tactic. You should stop lifting weights when pregnant. Not true. People are doing it more and more and more. And honestly, when I was proud of her for doing it. And just outside looking in, just the other way, when I see the women that are, I think, using it as an excuse, I still see women working out in the gyms. And I'm like, you get it. You know what I mean? Like, they're still getting it. I believe it. I believe it's 100% beneficial.
And it's becoming more popular, like you said, for sure. It's all over social media. These I see it all the time. These pregnant women that are just killing it in the gym, and it is just so inspirational, and it makes me so happy to see that.
Cravings mean your body needs it. Your body really just needs the nutrients to live. It really doesn't matter where they come from. It's just like people talk about macros. I can go eat ice cream and live. And if I eat a lot of it, then my macros are blown or whatnot, and I'm not getting the proper nutrition. But you just need to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice. I mean, that's the base. That's the basics. You have to just eat what your body needs to survive. I believe it might have been, actually it was C.T. Fletcher back when I used to watch him on YouTube, but he always said, I don't eat for the taste, I eat for the value for my body. But I just wanted to thank everyone for coming into our home. My beautiful wife for joining me. I wanted some insight on the postpartum besides me just nagging about laziness and excuses like I do every day. What's up, guys? Thank you for choosing Titan Muscle today. As always, like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Elevate Fitness and Titan Muscle are proud to be a part of the Titan Media Codex family of channels where we have gaming, cooking, politics, law, watch, TV and movies, and faith. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Always remember, this is where strength is born, discipline is forged, and greatness is built. So let's get it.